If you're expecting the unexpected, you may not be disappointed, matey. Find out in this very special episode of...
Tell you later, tell you later, tell you later.
Arr.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to their channel.
Hello. When I'm not busy fighting off pirates, I watch Tell You Later. I endorse it.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Do not fail to hit the subscribe button
While you're at it, hit like.
right now.
Hit it!
We haven't got a title song for this show, so we're singing this thing instead.
Okay.
It's really just a substitute. Nonetheless, the melody may stay in your
Oh, I
head.
hope so.
'Cause it's a tune.
It's a tune.
You'll love to croon.
You'll love to cruise.
Ah, but there's one thing you should know. We have to confess we do not possess a title song for this show.
Ain't it peculiar?
Believe it or not, we haven't got a title song for this show.
Oops.
I'm Will.
Will Ryan, and I'm Katie Lee, and...
Steve O'Donnell. May I get something off my chest?
Oh, certainly.
Sure.
Yes. But
I
keep your
really,
shirt on.
I hate both of you. I really hate you passionately, and for a very good reason. That non-theme song you have, the theme song that isn't a theme song.
Yes?
It is such a maddening, catchy, insidious, infuriatingly unlosable melody.
You mean you can't get it out of your head?
I can't get it out of my head. It's driving me crazy. You know, it's. I've got to confess that we don't possess
a title song for this show.
And
Ain't it
you ain't it peculiar?
Ain't
It
it-
drives me crazy inside my brain so deeply. It's like Edgar Allan Poe's Telltale Heart. I can't lose it. It's like an eternal, horrible, never-ending curse.
I thought you were going to say Edgar Allan Poe's tintinnabulation of the bells, bells. That drives me crazy, too.
Yeah, very
All right.
similar,
But
yeah.
I did want to make clear that besides that, you seem nice enough.
Well, thank
Oh,
you.
good. Thank you.
Because we
Thank you
know
for
that
dropping
you
by.
have
I'm glad
actually
that-
watched some episodes.
Yes,
Yeah, so
right.
he's here because...
He's here.
Because
Which, as we
he's
expressed
here.
in episode 1, that's usually in the key of D. And you've witnessed that performed by Willie Filio more than once.
Yes, public domain song.
Yes.
Which is...
We're here.
Here.
Because
we're here.
Because
we're here.
Because
we're here. Here.
Because we're here. Because we're here. Because we're... So it's
Happy New Year, everybody!
Yay!
Yeah, wow.
So why don't you-
Time flies.
Oh, there's the train. We told you there would be a train,
Yeah.
Steve.
Speaking of travel,
Yes?
I feel a little like the kid in the back seat. Like, are we there yet?
Yeah.
Are we there yet?
we
Trying
don't know.
We're very
We never
limited
know.
on chairs
Yes.
and space.
That's right.
Thank you so much to all you patrons who help us out there. We really appreciate your support. Thank you, everybody who's buying merch on Merchulator. Go to my website, katielee.com, and see there's all kinds of cool stuff. And you can see it there or on Merchulator.com. And also, those who listen on Anchor, I want to shout out to you guys because I know there's a bazillion of you out there who listen and really appreciate you too. But
So that's why we thank our
We made
Patreon
him
supporters.
sit in
We were able to go out and get a third
It's another
chair.
reason to hate you, but
Hey, I have an idea. Now that we've established this, and since you're a guest, let's switch seats.
No,
See
no,
what
no, no, no,
happens.
no, I
Yeah,
couldn't.
Come on, let's
Oh,
just try.
great.
no,
Okay.
I prefer this. I prefer this because it makes me look saint-like.
No,
I have
try
an
it.
aura
Go
of.
ahead.
That's
I want
right.
you
I have
Try
It was so-
radiant from.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it was
try
some
the
conscious
seat.
earlier.
Yeah.
I was getting that
You
same.
can get that, and I'll sit
Oh
back
dear, no,
here.
that's too much of a
No.
big ham face there.
And I'll be back here because now I'm in the middle and I look cuter.
Back in the 20th century, women were relegated to the back of the podcast.
Yeah, but I don't mind. This way I can talk in both of your ears.
Oh, like you
Oh,
were.
really?
Yeah,
Like
I'm
you were both
important.
devil and angel.
Yeah, which,
Hey, you
can
can whisper
face
something to
forward
me
if
and
you-
see if they can hear it.
Okay. I might make popcorn later.
Oh boy, tell Steve.
I might make popcorn later.
I think you should urge Will to do something evil and then urge me to do something good.
Well, hit him on the head.
Okay.
Bonk. Not me.
Oh, I thought it was apostrophe EM.
So.
No, actually, the arrangement is wrong. We should be whispering to you.
Oh, is that? That's
I knew we didn't.
My Donald
Our,
Duck cartoons.
our Al Gore rhythms are not quite.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
kind of messed up.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, why don't we?
Katie.
Yes.
Forget your lines.
No, Katie, don't forget your lines.
I don't. Hey, speaking of lines, I heard.
Fun to forget your lines.
Excuse me, I have a question. You, I understand, are a writer.
She hits, by the way.
Yes.
I do sometimes.
Yes, a writer and a mediocre cartoonist, and it
I
was.
didn't know you were a mediocre cartoonist.
Because of those reasons, that's how Will and I met, and why ultimately decades later I'm here. We met in a large Ohio city. Was it Cincinnati?
It
Columbus?
begins with C. Most of them begin with C, except for
Chillicothe.
Toledo.
Canton.
So it was. What's the capital of? It wasn't Columbus, and it wasn't Cincinnati.
No, not-
It wasn't Toledo.
Anyway,
wasn't
it was,
Chillicothe.
Cleveland.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
The best
Very good.
location in the nation.
That's right. The best location.
Are you
Forest
from there?
City.
Are you
Yep.
from there?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Me and 9 brothers and sisters.
That's a lot.
Yep.
How many bedrooms?
Oh my gosh, we grew up in a house
Trunk.
with four bedrooms, and there was also my mom and dad and my Aunt Mame living with us, and we had one bathroom. And I can only tell you, even now, I don't understand why people have reading matter in their bathrooms. That just doesn't seem
There's no
right.
time for that.
Yes.
Ain't nobody got time for
Yes.
that. My mother used to lock herself in the bathroom and do the crossword puzzle. That was her quiet space, I think.
I never
That
knew
was
about
before
this
they had
aunt.
Valiums.
I never
I
knew
might
about
have been
this
at the
aunt that
same
you
time,
mentioned.
actually.
And it might interest you to know that I became friends with Robert E. Lee and friendly acquaintance with Jerome Lawrence. Because your aunt's name was...
Well, we called her Mamie. Her name was Mary. My dad's sisters and brothers all had very antique 20th century names. I had an Uncle Elmer and an Aunt Vera. I had an Aunt Toots.
Toots.
Wow.
My papa used to call me Toots.
Yeah, it's sweet. Yeah. My dad's nickname was Slim, and he was indeed slim.
Wow.
And also Whitey, because he had white blonde hair. It caused an uproar at a Cleveland Indians baseball game once when a black cop started shouting at him, "Hey, Whitey!"
Hi, I'm Katie Lee.
And I'm the crew of one, and we're here to tell you a little secret. Guess what? Did you know you can access any and all of our content for free until the end of the month?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. We call it Love Us or Leave Us. Why? Because you may know us from the Tell You Later show on YouTube, but you are missing a ton of content that we're working on, like...
Welcome to Later, Adventures in Popcorn. The bonus episodes, like our quarterly Zoom calls.
Those are fun.
And what is quickly becoming your most popular show ever, 5-Star Cooking with Katie, which is not available on YouTube or anywhere else.
Yeah, just visit www.patreon.com and join at the Audissimo level for free. They don't bill until the 1st.
Really?
Really? So, what are you waiting for? Sign up to see what you've been missing.
Love us or leave us.
But it was some childhood friend of his. But for a few moments, it was a tense situation.
We're like, "Ugh."
I thought you were going to say, because everybody thought Whitey Ford is here.
Oh,
Wow, so you guys met on
What do
the
I know?
street drawing cartoons.
No.
Indoors,
By the way,
it was
Steve described
civilized.
himself as a mediocre cartoonist, but I would say that you are much better a cartoonist than James Thurber himself.
wow.
Do you
But not
still-
as good a
do you-
writer.
Do you still draw? Hey, let's have a draw off.
Well, he wrote about Ohio town, a fictitious Ohio town, James Thurber did.
Well, he mentions Columbus.
But he refers to it as he wrote a play that's set in the fictitious town of Columbus, Ohio, which I thought was nice.
Please do not block your face with your ukulele.
Oh, yeah,
People
okay.
want to see.
Especially the listeners.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, listeners.
That was a familiar sign backstage in vaudeville. Please do not block your face with your ukulele.
Please do not block your face with the ukulele.
Yes.
So you guys, you were drawing stuff.
I should mention, just because you like the digressions and the tangents, I just finished a very interesting book about Vincent Price.
Oh, really?
He and Thurber were good friends.
No fooling.
Yes, and they were both Yale graduates. And there's a delightful Thurber cartoon that's dedicated to Vincent Price that has all his the things in his world.
Wow. That is amazing.
One of those incongruous things, like finding out that Bob Dylan and Tiny Tim were buddies
Were
for
they?
a couple of years back in the Bleecker Street, Greenwich Village.
Did
Well, that
Bob
makes sense
Dylan
because they were
play
both
the
musicologists, and I'm sure he could, but probably does. And I knew Tiny Tim too. You know, I first met him in Cleveland.
Robert E. Lee, Tiny Tim, come on.
Oh, you
Look, Will, we
name
like you. You don't have to
dropper.
make up crazy stories.
Crazy stories.
But okay, so
I might have met Tiny Tim before I met you. It was through Jane Temple Hughes, who was working at Channel 5, and she did the morning show, produced the morning show.
That would have been WEWS back in the day.
Channel 5, first in Cleveland.
here, scoot over.
Scripps Howard Station.
There you
And
go.
by first in Cleveland, do you know what they meant?
That they were the
First
first
station?
station.
Yes.
The first
But it
station.
sounded great. WEWS, Channel 5, first in Cleveland.
Because it must like
sounds
you
like
think
it's
they have
number one
more-
in the ratings or something.
And they also
right.
had the Action 5 news.
That's right.
Action 5 always is
And the
Action 5.
Action
I
5
think, no
chopper.
matter where you live, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It might be a format that you actually pay money for to call yourself Action.
Action
No, that's
5.
our trademark.
Like, can you
Like K-Rock and that kind of thing, where you just realize there
Yeah.
must be dozens of them across
We used to
the
have
There
a
are?
Wixie in Cleveland, but
Yeah.
that was a format that various other stations used. We had WIXY, I think, but other stations could have WKSY or whatever and call
Why
themselves
don't you
Wixie.
tell people who Tiny Tim was?
Tiny Tim was
not
the-
tiny.
No, and he
And he
like
wasn't
David
from-
Copperfield.
Wasn't Dickens Tiny
He
Tim?
wasn't, a Dickens creation.
It's a real
He borrowed
person.
his name from that. It's a real person who loved the music of the 20s and 30s and teens and played ukulele. He wasn't a great singer, but he really, truly loved the stuff.
Famous for his falsetto.
Yes, he had a big hit song with a song that will become public domain in about a year or two, but it's called Tiptoe Through the Tulips, and it's a great
How
song
do
it
you keep
is.
track of that? How do you know when something's going to be public domain?
Everything at this moment that's 1925 or earlier is public domain in the United States of America.
So what is that? How many years? Is it like a certain
It's
length
like
of years?
96 years now.
Doesn't Disney get extensions on things?
They've been constantly
they-
doing that, and they're going to. I'm sure
mean,
they're going to try.
Disney-
No, but I mean,
Yes.
how do you really know?
How do you know?
How do you know it's public domain?
Math, I think.
No, okay, so that's what I'm saying. Is it a certain
I'll bet
amount
there
of
are
years?
websites that with that
Yes,
that keep tabs, like the national debt. They're being updated every couple of seconds. Yeah.
A fraction of a second.
But Bob Dylan and Tiny Tim, you were friends with Tiny Tim,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
he's a ukulele man.
He certainly is. And you know, it was very interesting. I was teaching him a song I wrote, and which was called, it was written, the title was written by Carl Barks.
Oh, Carl Ducky Barks.
Yes, right.
He's a
And,
cartoonist, right?
Or is that a
wonderful
Nash? Am I mixing
it's
up the-
Clarence Ducky Nash, but
Oh.
but you're right. Carl Duckman, perhaps Barks. He was in the Disney-
Duckman barks.
He was in. I know that sounds
You think it should be
oxymoronic.
Duckman Quacks?
Yeah, right.
Oh, you've got your new Tell You Later tote bag.
Cute. I love it.
Did you get that at Merchulator?
I sure did. It's so
Merchulator.com?
cute. Look,
Super
tell
cute.
ya later bag, and it's got
Awesome.
everything in it.
Do
I
they
got-
have hats?
But
I could do that.
I feel like you should come. You be quiet back there, or I'll stop this car.
you'll have to trot along behind us
Can
the
we-
whole way.
Hey, is there a bathroom?
The whole
I know.
wilderness
I
is your
feel like-
bathroom.
You know what? I have to tell you, I'm going to shout out, speaking of driving in cars, I'm going to shout out to my friend Janet Wetzel because she had like 3 kids, 3 boys, like within 4 or 5 years. Okay, so they were all in car seats, and she had this big van.
They were all in what?
Car seats, you
Car
know,
seats.
because they were.
Okay, I thought you said
Not when they were born, though.
No, yeah, they're born in car
I
seats.
thought in Carthage.
And she used
What
to
were they
keep
doing there?
graham crackers. She'd be driving this big old Astro van, and when they were, she was so good at like tossing graham crackers over her shoulder for them in their car seats while they were driving. And you know, that was a remarkable skill that I just envied so much.
She could work at the seal tank. At the
I was
zoo.
thinking the same thing. They could that kind of training. They could go and play.
She could drive.
They could play horns with their mouths.
With
Public domain
impeccable
honks.
accuracy. Get those graham crackers to those kids.
You know,
Speaking of vaudeville,
well,
that would be a sort of a spacer act. Front of the curtain while they change the scenery.
yes, an Oreo act,
Yeah,
as we called it, right? Was that the word?
Oh, because it's in between.
Oleo. I'm sorry, an oleo act.
What's that?
Oleo. That's
grease.
in one. It's in one, in front of the curtain.
That's so they can get the props set up for the doctor's office sketch.
Right, but what do you mean?
Dr.
Oleo?
Cronkite.
Why is it
Who else?
Oleo? Oh, how do you spell that?
Olio. It's sure to pop up in your next crossword puzzle, folks.
Like oligarchy? Like that?
Yes. Oh, is it time to?
No,
Oh,
you're blocking your face.
Oh, I know. That's
and
a strategy.
The crew of one is telling
So, you know, we have to close out this episode, but you have an Aunt Toots.
Yes.
You had an Aunt Toots.
Yes.
And I'd like to dedicate this song to her. We could all join in. I think we all know it.
We do?
Yes. Did you know I was down at the train tracks yesterday?
No, but if you hum a few bars.
No, you know, yesterday I heard a lover sigh. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. 7 times he got aboard that train.
1, 2, 3, 4,
And
5,
7
6,
times
7.
he hurried back to kiss his love again and tell her tootsie goodbye. Tootsie, don't cry.
Hand me my kazoo.
Choo-choo train that takes me
Thank you.
away from you. No words can tell how sad it makes me. Kiss me, tootie, and then do it over again. Oh, watch for the mail. I'll never fail. If you don't get a
Oh, now I know it's
then
working
you'll know
now.
I'm in. Everybody, tootsie, don't cry. Tootsie, goodbye.
Hey, guys, I'm still not sure why Steve is here.
I'll tell you later.
Cause rhythm rides the range.
Tell You Later is a Patreon-driven entertainment show. Thanks for watching at patreon.com/Tell You Later.
Rhythm rides the range. Rhythm rides the range. Cactus thrive on jump and jive. Cause rhythm rides the range. Rhythm, it rides the range. Rhythm rides the range. Gun bells drop for Lindy Hop. Cause rhythm rides the range. The prairie's ringing. Guitars are swinging.
Okay, so hi everybody. It's the end of October, and I'm just about ready to fly home from SonicCon when I realized we haven't done a drawing this month for a Scrubulator. But guess what? Good news. I happen to be with one of our patrons here, Snowman. Snowman's here. And so I cut up, let me see, oh, now this is gonna not let me flip my camera around.
Oh, we got it.
How do I do this? Okay, so I printed out everybody's names, even his, because he hasn't won a Scrubulator yet. So there, I printed them out. I cut them up. See, there's all the scissors. We're at the business center at the hotel here. Cut them all up. Everybody who's a patron's name is in the Snowman. I don't know. Can you see this?
It'll be upside down. The Snowman Podcast hat.
Snowman Podcast hat. I don't know why you can't turn this around when you're filming. All right, so anyway, I told him, you can't look.
Oh, okay. Can't
All right,
look.
but
Can't
you
look.
can pick a name, and let's see who's gonna win a Scrubulator this month.
have the name.
I wonder if he gets his own. I don't know, but if he does, it'll be totally a freak thing. Who is it?
Brittany McGarry.
Brittany McGarry is winner of the Scrubulator this
There you
month.
go.
I'm gonna be making some more on the plane on the way home. I don't know if Brittany's won already.
I don't know.
I don't know, but if you get more than one, you can certainly use one on your dishes and one on your feet. Okay, bye.